Tiana, the only person, she goes, why you got a Band-Aid on her ass? So she DJ Sky's not listening to this yet, but people around her, this guy goes, I'm dead. I don't think anybody realized because it was pretty blended well.
I see you have a Band-Aid on your left butt
I
cheek.
sat on a fucking cripper.
Oh, okay. I was like, I hope you didn't get into a fight.
No.
Come to find out, she showed her ass later on live. That shit was a crazy scar on her ass. I would have put a Band-Aid too.
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, top, top.
Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I am your host, Tiana Locke, and this is
Jesse Strange, you're New York in the house.
New York in the building. We have a very special episode. I feel like I've been saying that for the past few episodes, but no, today is special because we are going to be recapping the entire Baddies East filming events in NYC.
Yeah, this is going to be really exciting because we have our own predictions. It's going to be fun because it's so wild that literally a couple of days ago, the Baddies East trailer came out.
What's today's day? Hold up. Today is September 5th.
Yes.
So when did it, September 3rd or September 4th, the trailer came out?
It was yesterday.
September 3rd. It wasn't yesterday.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
September 3rd. Just to let y'all know, because we be recording in advance, so y'all know the dates.
Yeah. So we're excited because I want to predict maybe some things we peeped during filming. We want to tell you our experience, the things that were said. We did some interviews, so we kind of have like a little bit of background with some, castmates and the crew especially.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
I know
for this
you're
episode.
super excited. I feel like you look super cute today, and I look just like blah, like
Nah, you look cute.
I
Stop
look
playing.
neutral as fuck.
You
bitch.
are neutral.
Like, I look.
But the natural beauty.
Yo,
That's
you
beautiful.
really, I feel like you really gave me the most polite insult ever. Like, yeah, you are neutral. Yeah, you're cute. Like, no, like, you just confirmed that I'm not cute.
No.
Thanks.
Neutral, natural is what I meant. Because it's the color. It's the brown on brown for me. You know what I'm saying? Looking like an earth queen right there.
All right,
you know
we're done. We're done. Don't be acting like them hoteps talk about my natural sister, beautiful shea butter, cocoa butter queen. Like, relax. We're
you
done.
You are looking like a little shea butter bottle right now.
I
though.
am though with the
Okay.
neutral colors. It is giving shea butter.
Exactly. Stop playing.
But still, anywho, so yes, we are going to. Oh. Let me not make sure my phone don't fall. We are going to take you on the journey with us with our experience and all of that jazz.
And all the
with
tea.
All the tea with the New York City experience. Because we experienced Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. We did.
But New York was like different.
It was a whole nother vibe.
All right, so let's just start from the first event.
Yeah.
It was the Kush Factory.
Let's take it to the top. Yeah.
The Kush Factory. What date was that?
That was a Friday. It was August 25th. It was weird because Natalie had posted, the girls were promoting the shit on August 25th at the Kush Factory, that they were going to be there. And it was going to be a meet and greet.
Right. Fake ass meet and greet.
But it was weird because out of all the cities that they had promoted, this one was pretty much promoted the most. They were like in our face. All the girls were promoting it.
Yeah, it was like back-to-back posts on the story. And at first I was like, okay, this is dope. They in New York City. We got to check it out. But then I was like, all right, they posting it a little too much. Now I know mad people about to pull up.
Mm-hmm.
But then we basically concurred that, they're probably posting it because they want to sell baddie blunts, right? They were having this whole thing at the Kush Factory. But it was weird because I couldn't really find any Eventbrite links in anyone's bio.
Yeah.
So everyone was posting it, but I didn't see a link to anything. So I like hit up one page. I hit up the Kush Factory. I don't think they answered. And I know that like Natalie had reposted someone that posted about it. So I hit them up and then they were like, oh, you're good. Just show up. And then there was another person that sent me the link.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. I look at the link. I did not see any section for VIP. It just said free admission and that was it. I did not see any section for VIP. So when we got there, we saw that there was other people that had VIP.
Well, we didn't. First of all, that we didn't see that immediately. So they were promoting it a lot. So already we're like, okay, this is about to be crazy because, again, we've been to Baltimore. We didn't see that much promotion. It was usually what we notice is last minute, late at night, they'll kind of promo the day of where they're going. But this was like a day before. This was like it's giving people time to kind of go. And then Tiana made a good observation. She's like, oh, well, they're promoting the Baddy Blunts at the Kush Factory, which I was like, oh, that makes sense. Well, they probably want people to show out so that on the show, it can look really good when it comes out that, oh, they had all these people here. It looks good for camera.
Right.
But she looked it up, when she went on the Eventbrite, got the tickets, it was only free. No VIP was ever mentioned. And we were kind of a little suspicious about it because it was like, okay, meet and greet. Will we really meet the girls?
Right.
And then when you look up the Kush Factory on Google Maps, it's not the Kush Factory that they're promoting.
Right.
So we couldn't even see the inside or like the layout of this place. But either way,
we knew it was small.
Exactly. Because any dispensary in New York City is going to be small.
Right.
So we were already anticipating something was up.
Right.
And then I guess we get there, right? So like, it was I
was so over it, y'all. Like, I wasn't even in the mood to go to this shit.
You were not.
But I was like, you know what? Jesse was like the energy of that night. Because in the beginning, I was like, I'm over this shit. These bitches about to come hella late. And then on top of that, I already know the Kush Factory, the spot that they were promoting was extremely small.
Yeah.
So I already knew whoever shows up, y'all not getting in.
Yeah. Or we were like, okay, first come, first serve.
Right.
So, but we got there not as early as we wanted to because we learned our lesson from Baltimore.
Right.
And we're like, we want to get content, but it's not that deep to get there on time. So we got there. They said it started at like 8. Yeah. And we got there around 9:30.
Or 10.
It was whatever. It was around there, 9:30, 10 o'clock. And first of all, we were supposed to get there earlier, but this is what I'm saying. This is when I learned that the Kush Factory that you Google map is not the Kush Factory, that the address that this place is at.
So we went to the wrong address in the beginning.
And it was like a 17-minute drive. So we took an Uber to the actual place, which brings us to when we get there.
Yeah. So we get there, we see that there's, of course, a long-ass fucking line. Now, mind you, we are on a small block downtown in New York City.
It's actually around St. Mark's.
Yeah.
If you're from NYC, you know St. Mark's, these one-way streets, they're tight, you know.
Very tight.
NYU college students, you know.
That downtown, Bowery Street, Mott Street, that area. Super tiny. Now, you got all these people outside. And then you have a restaurant right next door to where the Kush Factory is having their event for baddies. And I just felt so sorry for these people in the restaurant and for the people in their homes, because when I tell you shit got crazy, just standing outside, shit just got insane. You had people from their apartments looking from windows, like looking at what's going on, people stopping to look at what's going on, Uber drivers driving by to look at what's going on, buses, like bitches was in the street.
Yeah.
In the street. So buses had to be beeping to like drive by. I'm pretty sure you're going to see that shit. New York City's vibe compared to Baltimore knew how to turn up, but New York City, even though I was annoyed, it was still a vibe being outside, though. Everybody was crazy online, turning up, listening to music, twerking, all that.
Yeah, so I feel like, first of all, the energy was different because in Baltimore, one of the biggest differences that I noticed, you noticed, was that there were a lot more men.
Yeah,
A lot
that was
more.
the biggest.
It was
difference.
crazy. There was a
Yes.
lot of girls in Baltimore, not a lot of men. If they
Right.
were men, it was their boyfriends.
Right,
Like it was,
right,
but
right.
no, here it was all types of guys.
Yeah,
like,
it was mad niggas.
yo, so many. It was kind of dope, and we
Yeah.
was all like, it was so crazy because like the line, we were like waiting online. People were turning up online, dancing at Ice Spice Deli.
Yeah.
It was literally a vibe. There was a car across the street. This guy had drove his car there and had like a group of people, and he had a sunroof, and he was just sitting on the top with his friends, just chilling, and everybody just waiting for the baddies to show up. People was talking. I was online, and there was mad roaches.
Yeah,
Everywhere,
that shit was
bro.
disgusting.
They were crawling on the. We were right by a dumpster, so like
Oh
they
my
were
God.
crawling on the walls. It was legit Spider-Man in that bitch. That shit was crazy. Okay,
Yeah, it was not cute,
bro. If you didn't watch your feet, them roaches was gonna crawl on you.
I felt bad for people wearing sandals,
Bro, that shit
Yeah.
was crazy. I'm like, wow, this really my city though.
Yeah, but you rep your city. You love your city, so it is what it is.
Again, Baltimore, y'all are great, but it's just like a different connection when you're online in New York. Even like we met somebody on the crew who literally expressed that he really enjoyed that Friday because the Friday that night, you really got to experience the New York energy.
Yeah,
It was insane. Like it was nitty gritty,
yeah.
turn up, all types of people.
Outside. Like that's the definition
Outside.
of we out fucking side.
Yeah.
We outside because I felt so bad. First of all, first and foremost, we saw all these people going in, coming out, going in, and clearly those were the people that had the VIP that wasn't even on the Eventbrite link. So clearly it must have seemed, it seemed like it was one of those things where you're, you know, their friends or whoever is connected got those those popular influencers got those VIP tickets first.
Yeah.
So that was a thing because they were all dressed up, wearing heels. Because I'm not fucking wearing heels unless I know I'm sitting down or getting in. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we were standing online for mad long.
We were speculating that everybody who had the VIP link, or like you said, was connected to somebody, either the bouncers or like the girls themselves.
Right.
But we had like this whole tactic, which I'm sad that I wasted my time, but she was outside trying to get some shots for you guys while I was standing on a line, which was pointless because
Nobody got in.
they
They literally was like, oh, we're shutting this down. We're shutting this down. Nobody else is getting in. So it made no sense to even wait on the line because nobody got in.
Right. We have some footage of like people turning up or whatever. That was a good time. I feel like it was like good energy all around. Really, honestly, the whole experience made me remember, like, as much as I complain about New York, I'm commuting every day. I work in the city. It's annoying. It's ugly. The weather sucks. It smells. But despite all that, it really made me proud to be a New Yorker because you'll never, listen, we've been to a lot of places. You'll never find another place that turns up like New York City.
Yeah.
Never.
It's an energy for sure.
It's definitely an energy. But yeah, so then we wait till what time do the girls get there?
They got there like around 12-ish. They got there earlier than usual because they usually show up at like 2, 1. But they got there around 12-ish, 11:45-ish, around there. And yeah, it was just insane.
Yeah,
it was very hard for me to even get footage because people were like pushing people. It wasn't as crazy as Baltimore in terms of pushing, but it was still very, very, very hard to even get your hand through. I had to fight. I had to yell, not fight like I really beat a bitch ass, but I had to fight to like push through to even get that little close-up interview that I got with Natalie, that little 5-second little thing, asking her questions about why the baddies is dropping like flies. So that Friday night is basically where I conducted most of those interviews with DJ Sky, with Lemmy, with Natalie, and yeah, those were only 3 people, right?
But that's where you made the friend.
That's where I also like questioned some of the Zeus crew as well, and became cool with one of the crew members on there as well. So yeah, it was a crazy night. So essentially, that's what we went there to do. We didn't really care to do a meet and greet. We didn't really care to get in because we knew that wasn't possible.
Right.
We was like, if we see any of these baddies, we're going straight in journalistic reporter style and asking these questions and to see whatever fucking answer we can get.
Right, which is what like you said, that was our goal, right? We were trying to get exclusive tea for the podcast.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Right before the girls get there was an Uber that pulled up.
Yo, everybody thought it was the girls, bro. Yo. That shit was mad funny. You had mad people running towards the Uber.
And it was nobody.
It was nobody coming out of that was important to them. So they was really running over. You don't understand. When people were running in the streets, when they saw that Sprinter come, because they don't have the baddie bus anymore for this season, when they saw that Sprinter, bitches is running like fucking cockroaches in the street.
Yeah,
bitch. Like
it was crazy.
Surrounding the cars. Like, there was even a fucking, one of the bouncers almost got into a fight with some other dude. I don't even know what that was about, but we got that on video, so we could pull it up too.
Don't be mad at me, I'm sorry. Don't work for Zeus.
We can tell that. We're giving them a walkway, I'm saying.
You said what?
Giving a walkway.
Fuck the walkway, I want you out the way. Yo, Dada. Move. Y'all niggas just standing here like, move.
I'm weak.
I'll tell you truth.
Bro, he tight, bro. He tight.
I'm a grown ass man, just like you are.
Don't care about that, nigga. I beat grown men up. What happened? What happened? You want to show these people something? What happened? What the fuck is you talking about?
You want to be on Zeus, bro?
Not helping you, bro.
I know, I was just saying.
He's funny.
Doing all that, talking back, just take it how it is, bro.
I'll show you.
I ain't gonna lie to you. We from the town, bro. I don't give a fuck about this shit. I give a fuck police over here. I tee this shit up.
Yeah.
And I got my shit on me. And I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so the baddies get there and it gets crazy. It gets so crazy, and Tiana's in the mix. I'm like, yo, you gotta go get the shots because I'm standing in line because I'm trying to be an honorable New York citizen and do the right thing. But it was pointless. I should have just been in there too because there was no reason for a line because they wasn't gonna let us in. So it was so much chaos, right?
And mad people were coming off the line as well too.
Oh yeah, and nobody cared about the line. There was very few people that cared about the line at that point.
Right.
We met people that were there from like 6 o'clock. They were there for hours. Now they get there.
One girl even said she came in from, where did she?
No,
it wasn't Jersey. Was it Jersey? It wasn't Jersey.
She was from somewhere. She came from somewhere.
Was it North Carolina or some shit?
I don't remember.
It was somewhere that wasn't close by a drive.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we remember. And we overheard that. And we were like, damn, and you didn't get in? That's tough.
Yeah.
I would be tight if that happened to us in Baltimore.
Oh.
And I'm glad it didn't.
I'm so glad it didn't. But yeah, the baddies get there. Everybody is just like, Tiana could not get the footage.
No, in the beginning when they first got there, I couldn't get it. It was most of the stuff I got is when they were coming out.
Right. When they got in, right? They went in. Everybody was like fucking crazy. I didn't get to see them go in.
Yeah.
And literally they were like, oh, VIP, go in. Go in.
Yeah.
That's when we're all like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like VIP. And that's when I asked one of the guys I was online. So I was like, where did you even see that link? He was like, yeah, it was in the link. And I was like, I looked closely. Because I made sure, because I would have gotten VIP. Like, I already know what comes with the baddies events and the crowd. I would have gotten VIP. But I didn't see that. I only saw free. That was the only option on there.
Right. And even
So
the guy
it's
told
weird.
you, he just said pull up.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe that they were never going to allow us in to begin with.
Exactly.
That they just wanted us there to, again, create that atmosphere
and
for
get
the
B-roll
cameras.
and all that stuff. Exactly.
To
show
tell the
that
story.
New York City. Yeah, exactly. And I called it from jump.
Yeah.
I had a feeling before I even got there. I was like, bitch, we not getting in.
Yeah. I was the optimistic one.
Yeah, you were.
Mm-hmm. But
But how did the story with the bouncer start with that other guy? Because
Right.
I wasn't there. I got like the aftermath, but you got like the whole close up and everything.
Yeah, so at this point, the baddies are in there and they're like, okay, we're shutting this place down. It's not the baddies, it's the Kush factory. The people who own the Kush factory are shutting it down. And we're like, what? It's so funny because it always seems like there's a coincidental excuse as to why the baddies either leave early. Mind you, I've got their recipe, their little algorithm to the T. They don't party for more than 45 minutes. What you see on the cameras is not that, like, most of it is bullshit. They get ready and then they come for 30 to 45 minutes, and for some reason something always happens.
It's for them to leave.
Right. It's either there's a fight, or they're getting kicked out, or the place is getting shut down. The police shut it down. There's always an excuse, coincidentally.
Right.
But yeah, so people are leaving. They're encouraging people to leave. They're like, it's shut down. You're not meeting them. You gotta go. You gotta go. And they were being adamant about it. And there was a good amount of people that left. And Tiana I was like, yo, you want to go? And she's like, no, we're going to wait here till the end. Thankfully, you said that, because I was kind of like over it.
Yeah.
So like at this point, there is no line, right? So I get to the front and I try to get it. Like now I'm small, so I'm trying to get in the cut, and I end up getting right next to the bouncer. And this guy, because the bouncer was doing too much, right?
The bouncer, the two of them. There was
Yeah.
two of them that was doing way too much and had mad attitude, even with females. Like, when we wasn't doing nothing but standing. Like, yo, you gotta move. Like, nigga, relax. You gonna hit me? Like, relax. He was doing that to a lot of other women. And it was just, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It
It
didn't
was
care.
like equality for everybody in that bitch. But he was just doing too much.
Right. So he was like, because they were tight, because they wanted to clear the area. But there were people who were like, no, we're going to wait for the baddies to leave. So those people, he kept saying, you got to go, you got to go, you got to back up, be over there, and kind of trying to create a distance between the exit and them. And there was this one guy who was like, I don't know what he was saying, but he was just talking like saying something under his breath. He wasn't even trying to fight like that, because he wasn't even that type of that energy. Yeah. And then the guy's like, what? I'm really about that life. I'm about that life. So what's up? And then the guy's like, kind of like giving him attitude, like, you're doing too much, like that. And then the guy's like, like trying to be an alpha, trying to like scare everybody.
Yeah, and we have that clip to show you guys too.
And it's funny because as he kept talking, the bouncer, and trying to be like all tough guy, the girls all surrounding us were like, okay, and we from there too. We from New York. We about that life too.
Yeah, you
and it
literally
was,
were girls like in the background saying that shit. And that shit is mad funny.
It was just like more people jumping on the bandwagon. I was like, yo, it's about to get crazy. And
I know.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's that New York energy. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter who you are. We gonna talk back. The hell?
Right, exactly.
Don't try to come over here acting like you from a different city when at the end of the day, we from the same place. You know, what you gonna do?
Exactly. He was just bucking up too much.
Yeah, he was doing too much.
Calm down. Like, and then the other guy was like hyping him up. Like, yeah, I know him. I know you don't want to do this, bro. You don't want to do this. Like, what? Y'all are ugly, bro. Y'all are fucking ugly. Like, shut the fuck up, do your fucking job, and stop fucking talking crazy.
Yeah, and
because nobody was talking crazy to them.
No, honestly, it was uncalled for.
It was they were just uncalled for.
They were just tight because they wanted us to back up, and we weren't.
But the way that they were acting, I could understand if it was the crowd in Baltimore,
right?
Because the crowd in Baltimore did not care.
Yeah.
Fights was breaking out in that crowd like crazy.
Yeah, you know what?
You know, and that's the thing.
There was no fights that Friday.
No, but there was an altercation.
We'll talk about that.
Exactly.
We'll get
but
there.
It wasn't like no serious physical fight.
No, bitches was fighting in Baltimore.
Baltimore
like
bitches was really fighting, and
other.
it was just so crazy. But we didn't hear no bouncers or security buck up like that.
No.
When it was actually called for, y'all didn't buck up. But in New York City, y'all doing all this extra shit when people were actually not doing anything.
Right. And
we were just standing.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's literally the New York energy. And in order to survive out here, you gotta bark back.
Exactly.
No matter if you're a girl or not. But that shit was funny to see all the girls start ganging up with this guy talking to the bouncer, big ass black bouncer. Like,
he was doing so much. I was like,
so
pipe down.
Yeah. So we get that on camera. I was like, "Ooh, this is getting crazy." And then, sure enough, the baddies come out, and that's when
it gets crazy,
bro. I made a mistake and I wore my good Yeezys.
You should have never done that.
Bro, all I wanted was a really good close-up of Natalie. And bro, when I tell you these bitches really trampled me, I'm not joking. Like, there was this annoying ass girl in front of me that just really was like, they elbowed me and trampled me, and there was no way in hell that energy is the same energy I felt in Baltimore when they went crazy over DJ Sky.
Yeah.
That was the same energy, and it's crazy because there was not as many people by the time the baddies left, so it's crazy to have felt. I literally could not move my arm. I was like this,
right?
You know, I was really stuck.
Yeah. And that's why when they came out, I was the first one in the front lines because I saw it too. Because that's the thing. I was paying attention. I didn't give a fuck if we not getting in no more. I'm seeing the silhouettes, the shadows behind the door in the little Kush factory. And I'm seeing them about to come out. And when you know they're about to come out, the cameras, the lights, get ready.
Yeah.
The casting. Because I was following the producers or whoever the crew members were. I was following them. And I was just standing by waiting for any type of sign. And then as soon as I saw the sign, that's when they were coming out. And I just rushed to the front lines. And that's why if you guys saw that clip of like POV, you interviewed the Baddies East cast or whatever. When I'm yelling the question to Natalie. Natalie, I keep fucking up her name, bro. This is not the first time. It's not the first time. But when I'm yelling that question, bro, I had to yell because everybody else was sticking their hands in through to get through me and yelling over me and pushing me. So I really had to be in her face and like, Natalie, what do you say about the girl dropping like flies?
And she was drunk.
Them all can't do Betty shot o'clock. Like, bitch, I had to do that because I was like, fuck it. We here. This is it. I'm not coming out all this way after I didn't want to fucking come out for nothing.
You really did that.
I really did.
I was I was hyped when you got that footage.
Yep. And then I saw Lemmy at the end, like in the cut. No one was around him. I was like, yo, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm going to go up to Lemmy too. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And that was that.
And he gave a shout out to the petty headquarters.
He did. Shout out to Lemmy or whatever.
And shout out to DJ Sky.
Oh, yes. Shout out to DJ Sky. But I feel like we got more to say because we still have the other part of the whole New York City experience.
Right.
Because I also interviewed DJ Sky too that Friday night.
Right. So the one other thing, so what they do is, here's the algorithm. Let's break it down for you.
This is their process,
This
guys.
is what they do, guys, okay? So what they do is they'll unusually, except the Baddie Blunts, they'll announce the day of where they're going. They'll give you a couple of hours.
Yep.
And I'm assuming it's because they don't want that many people to show up.
Right.
So they'll announce that. Then they will charge you $20 to $30 to get into this private event. And then they send DJ Sky. So this is what they do. They send DJ Sky. First, they'll send their little production crew to have all the notes,
stuff ready and everything.
Right.
The
disclaimers on the walls. You'll start to see that Zeus may be here. They have like disclaimers that you'll be on camera. And then they'll send DJ Sky. She's always the first one. This happened in Baltimore, and this happened all 3 times that we were in New York.
Right.
And DJ Sky was also in the middle of shooting her
music video.
Yeah. So she was, when she got there, she was turning up with all of New York City, and I guess getting footage for her video and all that stuff. So that was cool. She came first out of the baddies. She came on her own, and she usually comes with like an hour or 2 prior to the baddies showing up. And so she turned up, and that's when you were able to interview her.
Yes.
And ask her, why they keep falling like flies.
Yes.
And she shouted out the petty headquarters. She's dope as fuck for that. So we appreciate her for real. And then the baddies show up. They stay for 30 to 45 minutes, and then something always happens. Right. Then they go home, and then then the aftermath. That's literally the formula.
That's their format.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's it. And they show up as late as possible.
As late as possible. They're like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I got other shit to do. I'm tired. I'm hungover. I don't give a fuck about y'all. We out.
So now DJ Sky, mind you, already has the petty headquarters in her mind because we show up again. And that comes into play later. But that Friday night after that whole situation, I guess we'll end how it ended up. So the guy and the bouncer almost get into a fight. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just a bunch of yaps, a bunch of like back and forth.
Right. But when the baddies come out, obviously people start getting hyped. People start getting super hyped. And Natalie is like yelling shit outside of the Sprinter, turning people up. Bitches start twerking. And then this other bitch decides to go on top of someone's car.
Right.
And twerk. And then, of course, that's getting Natalie's attention. All the girls are like hyping them up from the Sprinter. So then 2 other bitches start to go on top of the car and just twerk. And now 3 bitches on top of this one car.
Then there's one more that ends up going in a total of 4 bitches twerking on this car. And it's just mob mentality at this point. Because we're all like, yeah.
Monkey see, monkey do. And then everybody's hype. And then I'm just like recording this like, oh my God, that poor car.
It was crazy energy.
Yeah, I was like, whose car is that? Like, and then eventually you find out whose car it is.
Yup.
I'm the fucking asshole.
But this doesn't take over that. They wildin'. Yo, y'all fucked up this though. Yo, they about to fight. Oh shit. My God. Oh my
God. Because production leaves, right? They're leaving because they took a long time. Like, there wasn't enough cops for that situation.
No, there was not.
There was only a few, and it wasn't like compared to Saturday's amount of cops. This one, there wasn't that many, and so they eventually got the Sprinters out, and then out of nowhere, this guy
comes out and starts wilding. And you could tell he was drunk, but he was like mad.
Poor kid. He looks like a college student.
International college student or some shit. I don't fucking know. Coming from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Going to some college and I don't fucking know. But he was devastated. He was yelling.
That was his car that the girls were jumping on.
Right.
And if you were going to show pictures of it.
And videos.
That car was
fucked up.
Destroyed. That
huge
roof,
dent on the roof. Huge dent.
Bro. I'd be tight.
Yeah, I'd be tight too.
Car.
I would be like, yo, I need to contact someone from Zeus.
But they were gone by the time that he was
By
there,
the time he came out, yeah, they were gone. They were just like, no, I need to figure this out because who's paying for this shit?
The cops couldn't do nothing about it. And then the worst part was he was wrong. He was mad at the wrong bitches.
Yeah, he was mad at the wrong people and they was about to beat his ass.
Yeah, they wasn't playing with him. They were girls.
Not playing
but they
with
was
him.
not playing with him.
Yeah.
They was not playing with him. They wanted to fuck him up, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because he was like yelling at them and we were all like, that's not the ones. Like, for real, we have them on camera. Like, it's not the ones.
Right, because the ones that were on your car are long gone.
Yep.
And the ones that you yelling at right now will really fuck you up. It got out of control and he was like yelling and saying all this crazy shit like how he's gangsta, but then kept running and walking away. So I don't really know, but yeah, he was devastated and his girlfriend was there on the sidelines, like just like quiet and just kind of shocked. They didn't know what to do. Yeah. And we were just like, damn, like this is kind of crazy.
He was just angry because he was saying some dumb shit like, respect my gangsta.
Yeah, he
bro.
was saying that. It was weird.
Bro, you're gangsta? Really, bro?
Yeah, it was weird.
Bro, this is why they make you pay extra high in car insurance on your cars if you live in the city because of shit like that.
For real. And it's fucked up. That's why, unfortunately for that guy, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
He didn't know about the baddies. He didn't know they were going to be there. He was just parked there, chilling. And all of a sudden, it's like this whole thing. Because obviously, if you're going to drive to a baddies event, don't park near it.
Don't. We didn't.
No, we did not.
No way.
We parked like, what, 10 minutes away?
Yeah.
Like, was it 10 minutes or 5 minutes?
It was about 5 minutes
like
on a drive. So
yeah.
You had to drive. You had to take a little cab.
Right. So it wasn't too bad. But yeah, that was that.
Yeah. So I actually ended up going to the Kush factory because we didn't get in. I didn't get to try the Baddie blunts. I was planning on, because, I'm not a drinker. I'm a smoker. And that's my thing. Like, I can't say Baddie shot o'clock, but I can definitely say Baddie blunt
You
o'clock.
can still say Baddie shot o'clock and take a shot of water, bitch.
Nah,
you can
that's
still
not my
do
thing.
I don't care. You can still do it.
I could do it with the blunt though.
If we're all taking a shot and saying Baddie shot o'clock, you could get your little shot of water and still say it. Why don't you want to say it?
What you mean?
Why don't you want to say it?
Because it doesn't make sense. Like, it's not real. Like,
It doesn't matter because you say cheers when you have water in your fucking cup.
whatever. I want to say Baddie blunt o'clock. So I was excited to try the blunt, and it didn't end up happening. And I actually ended up going a couple days ago to the Kush factory, and I ended up finding out that these people are from LA, that it's a members only club. So if you find the address online, you could find it online, but I'm going to show you guys a picture of it because it's funny. When I got there, it looked closed. I thought it was abandoned, and I was going to leave. And the only reason why I ended up getting in was because I heard a little zzz as I was walking away. And I was like, all right, let me walk back for a second. And then I walked back. And then when I heard the buzzer again, I opened it. And sure enough, it's a whole store in there. And so I started talking to the guy. I was like, so what's up? Like, do you know Natalie? Like why did she choose here? Like, it's so small.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, Natalie's mad cool. She chose NYC. She wanted NYC. She loves NYC. And she, we're mad cool. So I told her it was going to be a small place, but she didn't care. I'm like, we could tell she didn't care.
Right.
But yeah, so I have some stuff if you guys want to see. You want me to show it?
Yeah.
So right here, it's the Baddie blunt, which is really cool. I don't have it in here because I smoked it already. Mm-hmm. It was really good.
And it had the glass tip.
It had the glass tip. I have the mini blunt, which is really cute. And then with your purchase comes a lighter.
Not you giving them free promo. I'm weak.
Oh, well, all right, whatever. It was a totally different energy being there during the day after all that chaos, remembering all the craziness that had happened that night.
Right.
And I give it a 10 out of 10.
Why do you give it a 10 out of 10? Because I don't really smoke like that. So,
but even you liked it.
Yeah, I did try a little bit of it, and I did like it. It was very mellow and chill. It wasn't like, Well, one thing's for sure is that, all the pot smokers know out here that people try to overcharge for a blunt. These prices were so fair. They were literally like LA price, no taxes, no nothing. So it was really good price for the quality and for what it was. The blunt, it was fat, 1. 2, it had a glass tip, which made the experience not only more pleasurable, but it made me feel low-key bougie. And that's what a Baddie blunt is supposed to make you feel, I feel like. Like it stands out having a glass tip. And I really liked it. It was a very euphoric high. Nice.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's add my little thing in there.
Not sponsored by Baddies.
No, but it'd be nice. A little ambassador.
I guess. So now moving on to the next event that they had, which was the Saturday. It was after the Friday. Me personally, I didn't want to go because Friday was already a lot. We didn't get in. My feet hurt. I was over it. But then Jesse was like, come on, bro. Like, they're never in NYC, bro. Like, we not going to get another chance, bro. So I was like, you convinced me because I really did not want to go. Because I was like, bitch, we went through the fire on Friday, bitch.
We did.
So Saturday, it's like, being in these events is like draining. So whatever.
Very draining.
All right, Saturday, we'll see what's up. The whole day went by. They didn't post shit until 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Which was already weird.
Right. But whatever. Clearly they wanted to promote the Baddie blunts. So I'm pretty sure that when you do see it filming, that's going to be the storyline of that part in NYC is Natalie launching her Baddie blunts and all that stuff. Whoever's the ambassadors and all that good shit. So I'm pretty sure that was why that there was so much promotion for that. But moving on. Saturday was in the city, and we drove because we was like, all right, we found out at 8, 9 o'clock. Then we was like, all right, let's get ready soon because I saw the address. We drove, we parked 4 or 5 minute walk away, and then we get there. Oh no, we took an Uber.
No, we walked this one.
We walked this one?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. We did walk this one.
Yeah. So just to give you an idea, we got home really late that night.
Really fucking late. 5 in the morning.
Yeah, 4:30. I got home at 4:45 in the morning.
Yep.
And I had to catch the 5:25 train.
For work.
And I went straight to work.
Wild.
Literally the next day. So mind you, I'm shot, she's shot. And I don't know. There was just something I was just like, yo, we got to go. And we definitely drove. We didn't take no public transportation this time.
No.
But this one we drove 5 minutes away.
Yeah, we drove and parked, and then it was like a 4-minute walk.
Right. And
So
first thing we noticed was that block was closed,
right.
which I think was interesting. I personally think that was related to the baddies.
You think so?
Why was the block closed? Why were all those cops outside?
Oh, you're probably right.
They were waiting. It almost feels like they were waiting.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same energy as it was Friday.
Yeah, it wasn't. So anywho, so Saturday we get there and it was $30 cover charge. And this lady is like talking, the lady that's at the door telling us the amount that we have to pay. At some point, she's having a conversation with someone else and she's like, oh yeah, there's supposed to be these people here tonight, the baddies. I don't even know who these people are, but whatever.
But
And
supposedly, she's like, but they're supposed to be bringing people in.
Yeah, that's what she said. And I was just like, okay. So I'm already over it. We get there, we pay the $30. We get there, cool. So we already know they're not going to show up on time. So we're like, okay, we see some hookah. And we decide, all right, we just going to get some hookah and like chill, right? And vibe out and wait for them to come. So we asked for the price of the hookah. That bitch tells us $70.
$70.
70.
Anybody from who grew up in NYC, in Queens, Astoria, Steinway, y'all know that it used to be $15 on a Tuesday, bitch. And it used to be
on
20
a Tuesday,
$20
bitch.
to $25 on a Saturday.
Exactly.
Now it's $40 to $50.
Yep.
Max $60.
Max 60. So 70 was the highest we ever heard so far. Even in Miami, it wasn't 70.
And it wasn't even good.
It wasn't good at all. And I was like really upset. And they had fucking plastic fucking, what were the plastic
they
things?
had the tie wraps.
The tie wraps
bitch.
to fucking hold down the part that was supposed to cover the hole,
Yeah.
the coal. The part that was supposed to cover the coal, they had tie wraps to tie that shit around.
was-
Like, how ghetto? And you charging me $70 for this shit? You don't even got a cute hookah stand.
I was telling Tiana, I'm like, that's why we paying $70. It's $10 extra for the tie wraps, yo.
Bro, it was so crazy and it wasn't good. It just wasn't hitting like that. And then for it to be unlimited, it was $110. So yeah.
And on top of that, I wanted water because, again, we weren't here to party. We were here to
get
work.
whatever content that we could get, work, and figure it the fuck out.
So we both get a water. Tiana comes back talking about it was $12-something.
Yeah, $12-something for 2 bottles of water. And I was like, of course they would charge me for water, even though I asked for a cup of water. Talking about, we don't do that. Of course you don't.
Poland Spring, bitch.
Poland Spring, bitch. Not even fucking
Essentia.
Not even fucking Fuji. Is it Fuji or Fiji? I think it's Fiji. Not even Fiji. Not even Smart Water. You couldn't even give me alkaline water, bitch. You gave me fucking
Poland Spring, bitch.
Dead fucking pool water, bitch. That's what you gave me. Dead people in the lake water. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, that was crazy. So now, mind you, we're already annoyed. $70 for a hookah, $12 for 2 bottles of water. Thank God we don't drink, because even the girls, like, we've seen some people coming in and out. They was trying to leave to go drink outside in their car.
Yeah, because they had a bottle in their car.
Right, because to drink in there, I'm sure, was expensive as fuck.
Extremely expensive.
It was so unnecessary.
Unnecessarily expensive.
Yeah, and the place was small.
Right.
So we're waiting for the baddies, and we're tired, mind you.
Very tired, because Friday we went out.
Then I worked.
Right. And then on top of that, it's like, here we are again.
And then my family had a barbecue. So
drained.
Right. So we're constantly dealing with people. And now we're in the city again, trying to get some good content for the podcast. And we get there and we're waiting. And man, that was hard. We had to like really hang on to each other for like moral support.
Right.
But nothing really happened that night. I hate to say it. So fucking DJ Sky comes in at some point. We see she
comes in early.
We see our little crew friend that we made. We should name him like Star.
Let's name him Star.
He's cute. I like him.
Oh no, Teddy.
Teddy?
You
like
He
Teddy?
kind of looks like a Teddy.
He
We'll
does
name him Teddy.
Okay, so we'll name our crew member friend Teddy.
Yeah, because I ain't trying to put nobody's government out there.
Yeah, we not. We're gonna nickname everybody we met. So Teddy, we see Teddy. He's cool peoples. was he the one that told you to go outside? But that was that night. Yes.
Yeah. Was it? No,
that
it
was
was
Tuesday.
the other night.
But whatever.
Yes.
We see
Yes.
him, and I think that's where you get his Instagram.
Yes.
That's where you get his Instagram, and we connect. We start to develop relations with Teddy, and we at some point, I think, did DJ Sky come straight in? We didn't go outside this time, right?
Yeah, we didn't go outside because they were like, oh, no re-entering. You either stay in, da-da-da-da, which didn't make any fucking sense, but whatever. They did that.
Yeah, it was annoying.
It was annoying.
And the lady, not to mention this lady, the security, the one that pats you down, this bitch.
She did a lot.
Bro, she pat me down. She took out my wallet and she like went through my bills and I was like, at some point when she was being extra, I was like, damn, is that serious around here? And she looks at me and like sarcastically goes, no, it's because I'm here. I was like, all right, bitch. Like, so this day is already feeling weird. It's already feeling off.
It's already like weird.
And we can't go in and out. So we can't get like our interviews that we're trying to get.
Right.
You know, that's usually where you can get it because the club was loud. You're not going to get an interview in there.
Right.
DJ Sky comes, we get her coming in. And she's of course doing what she does. She turns up. She's a great look, not for nothing, DJ Sky is a great what is it called?
Hype man.
Like she's the life of the party, bro. She is. She may not always be behind the DJ booth, but when she's not, she's turning the fuck up, bro. And she knows how to party. I'll give her that. She was there. Every time we went to a Baddies event, one person that never let us down was DJ Sky.
We were there. We were standing there. We were really tired. Our heads weren't all the way there. So we see the crew. We see them just, doing what they got to do, the camera people. But at some point, the cameramen run out.
And we don't realize.
Right. We didn't realize. We didn't follow. We were just so fucking tired. We were shot. And then at some point I was like, oh my God, like, do you want to go outside and just get content? I'll be here. Like, sometimes we just have to separate. It is what it is. And like, we were just kind of like, I don't know. Should you? Like, yeah. But then eventually she did go out. And then that's when you saw the Sprinter drive off. So the baddies never even made it. They never even came inside.
What was it, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning?
It was.
I was tight because we were so kind of like tired that we didn't even put it together that all the crew, we thought the crew was going out because they were coming in.
Yeah.
But not once did I think at any point that it was because there was a fight that broke out.
Right.
And that's so when I went outside, the lady's like, oh, no coming back. I don't give a fuck. So I went out. And as I'm going out, I see the Sprinter drive off. I'm like, no fucking way. And everybody's outside like confused, like, yo, like talking like something just happened. So I'm trying to figure out what happened. I'm trying to tell Tiana like, yo, they just left. We just wasted our time. I was pissed off.
Yeah, me too. Because I didn't even want to go.
Yeah. And it was me. And I kind of had held, because Friday was such a good turn. Like, it set the expectation that Saturday I was extremely disappointed. We end up finding out from the police who were there. One of the police was just like, oh, that was fake. It was staged. It was
so someone told us that there was a fight outside and that's why they left. And then after that, when we asked the cops were like, oh, it wasn't real. It was acting. It was fake. And I didn't get full audio of him saying like it was fake or whatever, but at some point I do get like some audio of him, so we'll also pull up that clip here as well.
Can you tell us who was fighting? Do you know who was fighting?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Do you know how they look? Can you describe how they look? Oh my God.
He said it was acting.
Again, going back to what Jesse said about their formula, about their whole format, it just makes me wonder, did you guys stage that fight because y'all didn't want to show up because the night before y'all was too hungover and y'all was tired and y'all didn't want to, and then some people were like, oh no, but they got all dressed up. Who cares?
That's just for camera.
That's exactly. It's for cameras. It's acting. It's a part of it. We all know like this reality TV shit ain't real anyway. But like, damn, the least y'all could have done was went inside. And then to find out that Rolly started the fight with Biggie, it's kind of like, Rolly, when are you going to give it up? When are you going to give up this tired fucking narrative?
Was it Rolly or was it that day that Biggie?
It was Rolly and Biggie that got into a fight.
I thought it was Biggie that snuck Scarface.
No, it wasn't that day. That was the other day we went.
So then okay.
That's when Scarface got her lip back. The day that we went.
Okay.
So that night it was Rolly and Biggie, because then the blogs the next day were like, Rolly and Biggie got into a fight, and you saw these videos of them having an argument outside of the club, which we were inside of, which they never stepped foot inside of. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
and it just kind of goes into speculation here, because like we have the cops telling us that it was fake. The energy of the night was different than Baltimore, and then different than Friday. It just seemed like they were never gonna come. And I can't explain that to you. I can't. It's just the way the crew was moving. There was not as much crew members there. Right. The way it was on, which we will talk about Tuesday and Friday. There was a lot more people getting B-roll there. For this one, there wasn't, and it was weird. So to have the cops say that it was fake, and then we find out that it was Biggie and Rolly. And then we look at the footage, and it wasn't even like...
It wasn't even a fight. Like,
it was just like a bicker.
Yeah, it was literally just an argument. And so it does seem very staged. Y'all staged that whole argument just because, what, y'all didn't want to go to the club?
Right. So you heard it here first. We think that fight was staged and they was never going to show up. I'm really excited to see this episode on TV, because I want to see what we were onto, what we were right about, and what we're not, because... It just didn't feel like they was going to show up on Saturday.
Yeah, really didn't. It really didn't feel like they was going to show up at all.
Bro, because like every other time we've been to a Baddies event, they had a whole U-Haul crew. They had people setting up. They had so many more productions. Bro, they had like 4 or 5 crew members there that night.
Yeah.
It just seemed kind of fake.
Yeah.
Like it was just meant to look a certain way, but it's not going to happen. Like it was never planning on happening.
Right.
I don't know.
And then at some point, DJ Sky behind the DJ booth, she was DJing, and she was like, well, guys, at least I showed up on time. Like, she actually made that statement, which was like really funny, because she is the one that always shows up first.
Yo, I'm going to say it now. I know y'all are mad that she ain't throw the Alfredo.
No, for real.
Because I was mad too. I thought she was corny. I thought she was this and that. And on TV, she comes off a certain way. But I'm going to tell you something. I never really I don't know her personally. But based off of what we saw this whole time that they were here, she's the one person that showed up late. Remember, we look at the track record. We look at actions.
Showed up early.
We don't look at this. We look at actions. She showed up early. She spent time with the people, bro. That's something that I really respect about DJ Scott. She spoke to us. She partied with us. Everybody was touching her ass. Like, she was just the life of the party. She's cool peoples in real life. I don't know why so many people love to hate on her. I mean, I guess I can understand, because it's like on TV, she portrays herself a certain way. Right. But I'll stand by DJ Sky now and say that she's actually really fucking cool in person.
Yeah, she is really cool in person. I agree with everything you said. I think it's kind of crazy how, like, there's a lot of people that will just trash her online.
Yo.
Like, even with, our little promo videos that we did with, like, interviewing her, and, like, just the other stuff, other content we got when we went to our last event that they had in NYC. Just mad people talking shit like, I can't stand her. Why are you interviewing DJ Irrelevance? Yeah, like, all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I understand, because the way she portrayed herself. So it's like, I'm gonna speak for the people why they don't like her.
Yeah.
The way, because I understand your point and I agree with you, but I want to let those voices be known. The reason why is because she came off like a lapdog behind Krishan. That is really the sole reason why. Mm-hmm. And then you didn't throw the Alfredo. Like, I really wanted to see that. Like, maybe not fight her, but that would have been iconic if you actually threw that Alfredo at Rolly. Like, that would have been so iconic, because that whole shit with her being on Jerry Springer, rubbing Alfredo on her body, that would have been lit if you just threw that shit on her.
And it's not even about violence. It's about, if you're going to say something, stand by it.
Be about it.
Yeah.
I think that's really what people respect when watching these types of shows. Like, they respect somebody that's really about their shit. Even if they can't fight, they respect someone that stands up for themselves and is about their shit and defends themselves.
Right.
So I feel like she didn't do that when she was on the show.
Right.
So that's why you have a swarm of people talking shit about her.
Right. And that's why I'm here to say and stand by DJ Sky. She's actually really cool.
Agreed.
Cool
She
peoples.
is very cool and she's just like chill.
Yeah.
But then part of me is like, okay, she don't be walking around with as much security as the other girls. So I definitely had to question the crew about that because I did. I questioned the crew like why is it that, you know, y'all just be having her out here like this, but them, they just be rushing the girls in, mad bodyguards. Nobody be doing that with DJ Sky. Why? You know, oh, because the fans don't respond the same as they respond. That's what they said. Like the fans don't respond the same way as they do to the other girls to DJ Sky.
He said,
I'm like, so what you trying to say? Like
he said, do with that information as you will.
And I'm like, what you trying to say? She ain't shit. Like, what you trying to say?
She
like,
was trying to start shit
I
up.
know. Okay, maybe you could say that was me being a little messy. Maybe I could
petty.
I could see that. But then it's like, what else is there to say though? Because look at what the fans say. You know what I mean?
But it's true.
And
like,
then look at what the fans say about all the other ones, like Natalie Nunn, Krishan, whoever else, Rolly. So it's just like crazy to me that y'all I feel like y'all do DJ Sky dirty.
Yes.
Y'all do DJ Sky dirty.
I don't think it has to do with the fact that like the crew members themselves are saying, oh, she don't need security. I think it's just the fans, like,
and how they respond
to her.
Yeah.
Like, again,
they're not as crazy with her as the other girls.
In real life, they don't fuck with her like that. In real life, which is why essentially the security guard saying she don't need security like that. Like, because she's not popular as much as the other crew members are.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. And you saying that I'm putting words in their mouth.
No, but you're saying disrespect. I mean, like,
no, I didn't say that. I was saying, what did I say?
Yeah, you said disrespecting her. And it's like, no, now you're pushing the narrative. It's not about the crew disrespecting her.
I did say that.
Yeah. Trying to be messy. They was all like, ooh.
Yeah, they were like, all right, now you putting words in them.
Right.
I was like, I mean, what you trying to say? Like, the fuck?
Yeah, that was the day we actually ended up meeting a lot more crew members.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool that day. So that was Saturday though, just to wrap up Saturday.
Yeah, let's wrap that up and let's go on to our last event that we did in NYC. I feel like that was overall my favorite event. It was just a vibe.
It was all like you said, it was a vibe. So how it even came about, after Saturday failing, what it felt like big time failure and a waste of money.
Right.
We were both like, we're done. Done is over. I don't care anymore. We got what we needed. It is what it is. And sure enough, I feel like these bitches be having me in a toxic relationship because they give you the bare minimum. They play with your emotions. And then I still want more because on Tuesday, mind you, again, I'm on like 4 hours of sleep because of work or whatever. And I see Tiana sends me a fucking post that Natalie posts talk about detention Tuesdays here in the city, da 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 da.
Yeah. And I was like, no, we can't go. We're supposed to record today because we record every Tuesday. And this bitch is like, they not gonna be here. Da, 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 da. I'm like, you said you wouldn't go anymore. Like, are you serious? You really gonna drag me out again? And she's like, yeah, when did we ever get this opportunity? Da, 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 da. So I'm like, all right, I guess.
Bro, because like I was like, yo, like let's just go one more time. Like I just felt like Rocky Balboa, bro. Like I got knocked out, but I'm gonna get up and try again. That's how I felt that night. And I'm really glad I got you out. Because it was probably not only both of our favorite nights, because it was definitely my favorite night too. We met the most people that night.
Yeah, we did. We
made the most relationships that night.
We did.
And it was a really good time. Even the club they chose was.
Yeah, and even though we got there late. We went to eat. We like took our time. We didn't go in there immediately. Like, you know, because when we got there, they wasn't even letting people in yet. They was like, let's go eat. We ate.
Yeah,
came back like hour and change later.
Yeah, by the time Tuesday was here, I felt like we were experts at this thing.
Yeah, at
like,
that point.
It was crazy because we saw people like, oh, should we wait online? We were like, we're going to go eat. We literally went to a restaurant, had like a whole hour and 45 minutes to ourselves. We got back at like 11:45. It was like, whatever, right? Like we knew that they wasn't going to get here early. So it was so funny because like at some points, some of the people were like, oh, I wonder if the girls are gonna be in their baddies bus, and we were over here killing the dreams. Like,
yeah, we were like, nah, they showing up in that Sprinter. There is no Baddies bus.
And they were like, oh, I hope they come on time. And we're like, no, they're gonna get here like 2:00.
Yeah,
just kept killing people's vibes.
Yeah, we definitely did. But we met a lot of cool people that night, and it was lit. And that's actually the night where DJ Sky got hella turned and was like crowd surfing. And we got I got the footage of that, and it was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane. We got those reactions of Rolly, Natalie, Mariah Lynn, Scotty, the security guard. So that was that night where it was like really crazy. Tasiki, like that was so cool being up close. I feel like that night was like the night where we were like really, really close.
Yes.
Closer than ever.
Yes.
And the guards weren't doing that much.
So we get there and we're waiting, we're inside, and we meet some really cool people. And it's also really nice to connect with people who like the same things we do, right? Like it was really cool to connect and be there for one thing, and it's not as crazy as the Kush factory or like as empty as the other place was. So this place was fair priced. It was cool. It's like they had the whole setup there. And at some point, Teddy, our crew member guy, he goes, we're just sitting down waiting, drinking water, nothing crazy. And they had cup of water.
Right.
They were not charging us $12 for bottles of water. So Teddy goes, hey, tell your girlfriend that the Sprinter's pulling up. And I was like, oh man, you're so cool, thanks. So I go get Tiana because she was getting some shots of like the turn up. And sure enough, DJ Sky pulls up outside, and this club was cool. They let us in and out as much as we wanted.
Right. But I thought that was cool that he thought of me to actually go out there and get the shots. So again, that was that night. We mostly was talking to a lot of the crew members, and that was pretty cool. Just getting to know different people.
Yeah.
And even the security guards. Like I actually interviewed some of the security guards too, because I was like, nah, I'm gonna get some type of content out of this shit.
Which by the time this podcast comes out, I'm sure you guys will see it on social media. But it was so funny when she goes outside, her annoying ass, right? So it's so funny. So DJ Sky is literally shooting her music video. So she's outside hanging out with the crew. Everybody has their phone out. And bro, Tiana, the only person, she goes, why you got a Band-Aid on her ass? So she DJ Sky's not listening to this yet. But people around her, this guy goes, I'm dead. I don't think anybody realized because it was pretty blended well.
And we having a ball. I cannot. I see you have a Band-Aid on your left butt cheek. I sat on a fucking cripper. Oh, okay. I was like, I hope you didn't get into a fight. No.
But her blended with her skin tone. But I saw the Band-Aid on her left butt cheek, and I had to ask her. So I was like, of course I have this on video. Like, Petty headquarters in the building. Like, why do you have a Band-Aid on your left butt cheek? And she said she sat on a cripper. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Like a hair
but
thing.
Yeah, whatever. She said she sat on it. And then I was like, oh, okay, I want to make sure you didn't get into a fight. And she was like, nah. Come to find out, she showed her ass later on live. That shit was a crazy scar on her ass. I would have put a Band-Aid too.
Especially if you're shooting a music
video.
video.
And a nude one to match the color of my ass cheek.
Bro, but like, you should have seen DJ. Actually, you will see DJ Sky's face. She was like,
Yo, OD.
Poor girl. It's what I'm saying, bro. She really is. She can handle a good laugh. She's mad funny. She mad cool.
OD.
We was fucking with her. We fuck with DJ Sky. I fuck with DJ Sky.
I fuck with her too?
Yeah,
the fuck?
we
Why
fuck
you
with
gotta
DJ.
put emphasis on I as if I don't fuck with her?
I just want to make sure. I wanted you to tune in.
Oh my God, loser.
But yeah,
that was a great experience. When DJ Sky was getting turned, obviously a lot of people have seen that video on TikTok, Instagram, wherever you saw it, where she was getting turned, crowd surfing, had the bottle in her hand, doing the absolute most. Bro, Rolly was tight, Natalie was tight, Scotty was laughing, security guard was just doing his job, Mariah Lynn was tight, bitches was acting like they ain't see nothing, like I'm not even here. Like they was like, I'm not even here. It's so interesting how a lot of the comments on that video on TikTok stem from, oh, she's so annoying, to, oh my God, she's the life of the party, let her live, y'all are some haters. And honestly, I agree, because not for nothing, I feel like if it was Krishan doing all that extra shit, bitches would have been hyping her ass up.
Bro.
Y'all just don't like DJ Sky.
Exactly.
Because, like, only person I could say, okay, maybe Natalie wouldn't be hyping her up because Natalie be getting annoyed.
Green.
People just have favoritism, and that's it.
That's really it, because DJ Sky, like, yeah, she was a little, like, fucked up, but bro, they're filming.
How many times have y'all gotten fucked up while filming?
Not while filming.
No,
but
while filming, Krishan and Scotty made out and was all doing all this extra shit.
I'm talking about the people. I'm not even talking about the people that cast, because they want to present themselves a certain way, whatever.
Yeah,
but whatever. We all seen you fucked up, embarrassing ass footage online.
Right.
But I'm talking about the people commenting. Y'all acting like y'all don't have fucking embarrassing ass stories. Y'all wasn't on Dykeman. Y'all wasn't doing no fucking
not Dykeman.
Like doing some shameless walk at 5 a.m., bro.
Right.
Like, the only thing is we caught it on camera, and we only caught it on camera and reported on it because we both genuinely think that, like, this will be shown on the TV.
Yeah.
We think that they actually were tight, and that may be the reason why she was not invited to the Baddies logo premiere in Times Square the next day.
100%. Because she even posted on her story, it was like, damn, these hoes couldn't invite me, da-da-da. You know what? Let me see if I have the screenshot. She went to her story the next day and was like, how my fine ass got excluded from the Baddies East logo premiere. Times Square, look at the universe, though, with my timing. And that was it.
Yeah. So we think that they was not happy with her turning up the other night, which we have proof of their faces.
Right.
And that may be the reason why.
Yeah, because I think that's kind of fucked up. Like, damn, y'all really didn't invite Sky out? Like, she was everywhere else. Why wasn't she at the most important day, though? Like, this is what I'm saying. Y'all be disrespecting her. This is why I say what I say, because it really is coming off as, like, some crazy disrespect. But then, DJ Sky, why aren't you standing up for yourself? That's the question. That's probably why the fans look at you a certain way.
But she kind of like got her own way, her own version of her lick back, because she had her own post.
She did. She had her own post, but it wasn't the red stairs in Times Square.
It was still Times Square. She had her own
That's right. Yes, she did have her own post, like, in Times Square, for like on the screen. Video. Yeah, which was dope. Which was for her music video that she was shooting, which I thought was pretty cool, and her own way of kind of like, fuck you.
Yeah. Like I said, like I really got to see DJ Scott, and she showed love to New York. There was besides the Baddies event, she was shooting all in Harlem and Brooklyn, going around the city and being with the people. So I think I think she held her own. I mean, this is what we're speculating. I can't wait to see this on TV and see what we were right about. But yeah, going back to the event, right? So that happened, and then also earlier that day on live or online, Natalie had gifted Rolly a Fendi bag.
Yep.
And she was promoting it because she was giving it to her because she was the new ambassador of Baddie Blunts.
Right.
And man, this lady is so funny and interesting how she really holds this bag to value. And we have footage of her.
Yeah, she holds like an enormous amount of validation in a Fendi bag, and it's insane.
It was so funny because, like, literally online, she was holding it like it was like untouchable. Like, it was so weird how she was holding it like it was like the most precious thing ever.
Like, she never had nothing nice before in her entire fucking life.
Listen, I get it. Fendi, that's beautiful, right? Like, that's a gift.
Yeah,
and
but it's the way she carries herself.
And she went online and said, if another woman gifts you something like that, it really shows that she loves you. Da 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 da. But my thing, and bringing it back to that event, that night, the security guard, the way she had this man holding that Fendi bag
for her. We have footage of her literally giving it to this guy. He's holding it as she's turning up, and we will show it here.
Right?
She might overdose on. Where the baddies at?
right behind her, just had it here, holding it the same way she was holding it. Like, just like, poor guy, that was his job, to hold the Fendi bag.
To hold the Fendi bag, literally. And not for nothing, If we're gonna talk about this whole baddies recap in NYC, meeting the girls in person, like we were saying, it was a different energy. But with Rolly's energy, how you see her on TV is the same energy I felt seeing her in person. And not for nothing, you're an ugly person, you're not a nice person, and you're a bitch, and you let fame get to your head, and it shows because now you just acting like your shit don't stink.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it does. All of our shit stink, okay? We're not perfect, but she be acting like, even her with that post talking about how, oh, if it wasn't for me, some of these bitches couldn't be coming back here. Like, bitch, who the fuck are you?
And if it wasn't for me, a hoe wouldn't even be on this season. Literally. Because I gave it okay. I ain't stopping nobody check. You know what I'm saying? I'm never a hating ass bitch. I ain't stopping nobody check. But I get it okay for a hoe to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to be the original. Bitches want to be me. These hoes want to be Rolly. When I tell you, it's like an obsession. A fucking obsession. It's sickening. That's all I got. It's sickening as fuck. Envy is strong, bro. That shit strong as fuck. And I would never this is the reason why I don't like motherfuckers to idolize me or any type of way. Like, don't idolize me. Because once you start doing that, you're going to start doing shit like me. Like, bitches is doing shit like me.
You get a little bit of money, get surgery to still look ugly and think you somebody. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Like I said, like seeing Krishan in person for the first time, it changed my mind. Because again, I was always on the fence with seeing Krishan and her music. I changed my mind. DJ Sky, I was like, wow, you're actually really cool in person. A lot of people who were on TV, I was like, wow, you're really cool in person. Natalie gives the same energy. The Natalie you see on TV
gives the same energy.
Is the Natalie you see in real life.
Like, obviously, we don't know these people at the end of the day, but energy doesn't lie. And I feel like when you feel energy, you can't lie about it. And seeing Rolly's energy on TV, how she was at the auditions with Biggie, how she was even on Baddies West with Biggie towards the end, it was just doing too much. And then seeing her in person, it was the same fucking energy, just giving ugly, hater, you think you're hot shit and you're not. And that's probably why you fell out with Slim.
And that was her friend, her day one friend.
Right.
You know, and that's again, it's weird. So you hold validation because in this Fendi bag, because you say in your eyes that another woman who can gift you something expensive like that means something, because bitches be hating on each other. That's what she said.
Why do you equate that to love? And that's the thing that's crazy. Like, it's even some type of care. It's just business. Now they don't give a fuck. A Fendi bag is nothing to her. A Fendi bag is nothing to her.
Sis. Like, that's nothing.
A Fendi bag is nothing to her. She gifts all of her girls' stuff. Okay? This is not new to her.
And it's so funny. One of the comments was like, oh, but she ain't cough up enough money to give you the strap. That shit had me crying.
Yo, who the fuck?
Yo, someone said that. That shit made me laugh. But anyways, yeah, I couldn't be fake with Rolly either. We was legit right in front of her, and I did not care for her.
We didn't even care. Like, we didn't care to, like, ask her nothing. We didn't care to, like, get footage of her.
She
like,
always got an attitude.
She always has an attitude. Even on Tuesday when she was leaving, and I literally have footage of this, as soon as she came out, one of the guys was, like, you know, waving a flashlight. I don't know if he was one of the security guards or doing his job, but he was just waving it on the floor by where she was walking, and she goes, "Don't wave your flashlight at me, nigga." And I have that footage. We will show it here. She just always has a stank attitude.
Stank ass attitude.
Always. And it's just like, what's your issue?
You waving your flashlight at me, nigga? You waving your flashlight at me, nigga?
You waving your flashlight at me, nigga?
What's your issue? And then even her going on live talking about bitches want to be me. Bitch, like Nicki Minaj said, after all of that surgery, you're still ugly. And that is what gets me, bitch. Like, you're fucking ugly. Stop acting like, what are you, like,
yo, nobody wants to be you.
No one wants to be you. And talking about, oh, these bitches trying to be me. Come on my shit. This is my shit. What shit, bro? What shit? You don't even see the CEO acting like that. Why are you?
Yeah. Yo,
you're not making CEO money. Why are you acting like that?
Yup. I definitely agree.
It's just the fact that because you hold so much validation within an item, it just shows that you're overcompensating for your insecurities. That's the point.
which surgeries are also another version of insecurity.
And honestly, y'all gonna get mad, but that is true. Like, I get it. Some people want to just change some stuff, but why you want to change it? Because you're insecure about it. Like, I'm not gonna go back and forth about this. Like, come on, it's true. And we all have insecurities. It's normal. Just say that. Don't be like, oh, I hate when people say that. Like, oh, I didn't like something about my body. I just want to change it. Okay, that's fine, but you also were insecure about it. Just say that. It's not that deep.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. But yeah, that's how we feel about Rolly and that whole Fendi weird situation. But yeah, she had the security guard fucking waiting there. One thing also that Tiana noticed, which was a great observation, was that when they were in VIP, there was two people who were not in that VIP. They were on the outskirts. There was security blocking them in between them and the actual girls, which was Biggie
and Smiley, was it?
Biggie and Smiley.
Yeah. They were literally at the side. And I don't know if this was because of the Scarface situation with Biggie. Maybe that's why. Because obviously what happened on Tuesday night is that Scarface ended up getting her leg back and sneaking Biggie. Which then Natalie started doing this fake going off thing with Biggie and then walked out. I was like, nah.
Bro,
which honestly, it seems so staged.
They were there for literally 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was like, you could tell the party was kind of like coming down at this point. There was nothing. The the production had taken off her microphone at this point.
Right.
The cameras were gone at this point.
Right.
So like they got the cameras to watch the fight, but there's usually like 4 or 5 videographers there. Shout outs to one of the guys. I'm not gonna mention his name, but we made our little friend there. But they had all left. So it was like one person who caught the fight or something like that. So at this point, you can tell that they were already wrapping up. And then when Natalie walks off, it was just kind of like, okay, bitch, like it had nothing to even do with you. Why did you get all upset and walk off? It just felt staged again. There's always an excuse to leave.
Right.
After 30 to 40 minutes of partying.
Right. Exactly. And yeah, I mean, it was the best night in my opinion so far. Like Tuesday night was like lit. I think wasn't it that their last day in NYC? Or just last day filming in NYC?
Yeah, I think that was definitely their last day there. And it was so annoying because there's this fucking girl.
Yo.
All right, so like Scotty looked really good that night with her wig. She had on like this like aqua turquoise hair.
Yeah.
And it was really nice on her. And look, I'm not a fangirl. At the end of the day, these people are regular people to me, right? So like I wanted to just compliment her and just be cool. Like I'm not one of them girls that are like, like I'm not like that.
Like it is not that serious.
So when I see where they're right in front of us, right? They're right in front of us. And all I wanted to do was compliment Scotty's hair because she was like, there was opportunities to do that. But of course, there was this weird ass bitch that was standing right next to me. And she literally was like my height. And she was so annoying. And she was just like, Scotty, Rolly, Scotty, and like really, really fangirling, and to the point where Scotty was not even trying to look over here no more. She was like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, bitch, like now she's gonna look at me like I'm a fangirl. Like you're ruining my vibe. All I wanted to say was that Scotty, you look good with that hair. Like you killing it. But
right. Like you wanted to just keep it cute, keep it cool. And this other bitch was embarrassing you.
Embarrassing, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, y'all acting like this Britney. That stupid ass fangirl ruining my vibe. I was just trying to be cool. So I hope y'all don't fucking think I'm fucking weird. I'm not weird. We're not weird.
That's if they even see this. They might not even see this shit.
That's all right. Whatever. There was this a security guy. So like, mind you, these guys are big, bro. And I'm 4'11". I'm tiny as hell. And these guys are so funny. Huge with like jewelry.
Looking like Thanos.
Yo, all I feel is a big thumb or a big finger touching me. I'm like looking over. I'm thinking I'm doing something wrong. He goes, I love your jewelry. I'm like, oh shit. So shout outs to Big T. Big T is one of the security guards there. He was mad cool. We ended up being really cool with him. Oh, and it's funny because one of the security guards also that was holding up DJ Sky during her whole crazy crowd surfing thing and that whole situation.
Yeah.
He ended up reposting the video.
Yeah, it got back to him somehow. And he reposted the video. And then I had to comment because I was like, damn, that's crazy. Then he ended up following us on Instagram. So shout outs to him too.
Yeah, he's cool.
It was just wild. Like just the zoom in on his face was like perfect.
He thought it was funny.
Yeah, shout outs to you for editing that video.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that has pretty much been our entire Baddies recap for New York City. Obviously, we went to 3 events in New York City. So yeah, we had to give you guys that good shit. And yeah,
we hope that you guys appreciate the amount of work, sleepless nights.
Of sleep, bro.
Yo, it was a lot of energy. But honestly, it was definitely an experience. And it's funny because Natalie had gone live kind of like the next day, I guess, after feeling everything, letting it all sink in. And she went on a little tangent on how, like, you know, people was, you know, talking shit about her, calling her all types of names. Definitely Charlemagne was a big name that she dropped on, like, who was doubting her. And it really is crazy to have experienced it and to see how far she's come as a person, and like how Zeus Network and all that stuff has come, because it really was a vibe. People really showed up. Like, it's not fake, it's real. And I don't know, I'm excited. It was a great experience. Like, despite it, like I said, it's toxic because like it was terrible during it, but like just reminiscing and just being able to like sink in everything that happened and just the relationships we built and just kind of experiencing it behind the scenes. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it was fun. After you got over the hurdle of just like them and their bullshit, like, you know, you learn to have fun in certain areas, and like for us, it's about getting the content. Like, we don't really care about it that much. We just care to get the content, and that's really it.
And try to get the scoop
and get the scoop. That's really what it is. It's about the tea. Like, it's really about the tea.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a mouthful. It was a lot, but if you made it to the end, we love y'all.
Thank you.
So yeah, if you have any comments, feel free to comment, share your opinions. If you ever went to a Baddies event, let us know how that went for you.
Yeah.
And yeah. Where can they find us, and where can they find you, Jessie Strange?
They can find me. You guys can find me on Instagram. It's Jessie JESSI.strange.
Yes, and you already know we are on all podcast platforms as the Petty Headquarters. We release episodes every Tuesday at 4, so be on the lookout for that. Just know every Tuesday. You can find me on Instagram at randomania1, and you can find me on TikTok at Petty Sim Productions, as well as if you want to watch visual episodes on YouTube, it will be on my YouTube channel at Petty Sim Productions. But yes, the Petty Headquarters, you'll find it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And do you have anything else you want to say before we go?
That was it.
No? Okay, good. So yes, this was your weekly dose of mess.